Hello everyone. This month's square is the 2-color diamond quilting pattern, and it is quite beautiful, I think. Let me back this out so you can see the whole thing. It is not a hard pattern to do. It's looks a lot harder than it is. I love the end result though. It's one of my favorites. Okay, let's look at the pattern. So we're doing, let's go in, strip 2, block 3, 2-color diamond quilting. We've got our key, we've got all these things, purlwise, left cross, right cross, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice. I'm going to go through, after we go through this pattern, and show you these techniques, okay? Just in case you need a refresher or just some help. Okay, so we're going to begin the pattern. You're going to knit your 3 rows. You're going to knit 3 rows of garter stitch, okay? And the reason you're knitting 3 rows of garter stitch, not 2 this time, is because the pattern's going to start on the wrong side of the work. So yes, when you start your first row, the wrong side of this blanket is going to be facing you, okay? We are doing row 1 in the pattern on the wrong side. That is correct. So once you start and the wrong side's facing you and you think you've done something wrong, you haven't, okay? So let's back here. So on that first row, you're gonna, on your first row of garter stitch, you're gonna increase your 4 stitches, or I mean on your 3rd row, sorry, you're gonna increase 4 stitches. There'll be 6 stitches for the border stitches, and 50 stitches for the pattern. You're gonna work as usual till the pattern is 12.5 inches from the beginning of the pattern, and you're gonna end on any right side row, okay, except row 1 or row 7. That it's not gonna look good, it's not gonna work out. So this is gonna mean that you're gonna have to do a little planning. If you see you have 1/2 inch left and you're on row 8, you might plan for that. You might say, okay, I'm gonna end on a right side row, and there's a 12 row repeat, so you might be like, okay, I'm gonna end on row 11 because I don't want to go all the way to 1. It's not going to look good. So just keep that in mind. Tip: do not forget that your border stitches are always the same color as the rest of your blanket. Just like in all the other color work blankets or blocks that we've done, this is always your main color. Okay, and so in doing that, you're going to use the lockdown method. Whatever, let me see if I can get some more light in here. Whatever color you choose for colors A and B is completely up to you. I used my main color for color B. I did it the other way first and I was not fond of it, so I changed, but it's completely whatever your preference is. Okay, so let's go. So row 1, wrong side, color A. So I'm just telling you what colors you're doing your row with. Remember, it has nothing to do with your border stitches. So with color A, you're going to purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, purl 4, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice. Repeat from asterisk. So you'll repeat purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, purl 4, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, repeatedly to the last stitch, and you'll end with a purl 1. Okay, and then you'll switch to color B, knit 1. You're going to slip 1, dropping extra stitch, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Knit 4, slip 1, dropping extra stitch. Repeat until the end. Repeat between your asterisks right there till 1. So it's all really self-explanatory. Slipping, purl, slip, purl. Row 6, we're going to do a left and a right cross, which I'm going to show you. oh, row 7 is a little bit different. Purl 2, okay, you'll start with purl 1, then we've got our asterisks, so whatever's in between these asterisks is what you're repeating. You've got a purl 2, then you're going to purl 1, wrapping yarn twice 2 times. So that means this is how this is going to work. Purl 2, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, purl 2. So you do what's in the parentheses 2 times, okay? And then on row 8, it has you slip 2 because you've got 2, because you purled 2 in a row and wrapped the yarn twice. Now you're going to slip 2 in a row, dropping the extra wraps. And then on row 12 is when you do another right and left cross, okay? And it's a 12-row repeat, so that's it. Let me show you a couple things. Okay, first, I have some yarn here. Just gonna do, I'm gonna do row 1 in color A because I want to just make sure that you get it. So I purl differently, so I'm just gonna purl 1. I'm on the wrong side. I'm purling 1, and then it says purl 1, wrapping yarn twice. So that just means I'm gonna wrap it 1 time, then I'm gonna wrap it 2 times, and then I gotta pull both of those wraps through my stitch like that. Is this enough light? Okay, then I'm gonna purl 4, which I purl a little bit different than y'all. Oh, you know, hold on. I didn't start, hold on, sorry. I didn't start this row with my, maybe I did. I did. I thought I didn't start it with a purl 1, which is important, just a plain purl 1. Okay, so there I go. Purl 1 I did. Now I'm gonna purl 1, wrapping yarn twice. Okay. So there you go. See, that's, I wrapped yarn twice. I've got 2 loops in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna purl 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to purl 1 again, wrapping yarn twice. 1, 2, pull it through, right? Got 2 in there again. And then I'll purl this way. This is like a lot of you purl. 1. Oh, I messed up again. I'm going to do that 2 times in a row, because if we look at our pattern right here, it says purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, purl 4, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, and then going back to this, I'm going to purl 1, wrapping 1 twice again. So I did my regular first purl, purled 1, wrapping 1 twice, purl 4, in the purl 4 with a purl 1, wrapping 1 twice, then you start the next one with a purl 1, wrapping 1 twice, so you do 2 of those in a row. Then we're doing a purl 4, this is going to be kind of long because I do want to show you a couple things on this pattern just to make sure that you've got it. So I've just purled 1, wrapping 1 twice. Now I'm going to start the pattern again. 1, 2, purl 1, wrapping 1 twice, purl 4, okay, now here we go again. Purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, okay, and then purl 4. 4, purl 1, wrapping yarn twice, and then you're supposed to end with a purl 1. I don't have enough stitches here, so that's okay, because I'm going to start the next row, which is going to be color B. So I'm going to take this. I'm not doing the whole lockdown thing here because this is just an example. First of all, you're supposed to knit your first stitch, which I'm not doing because I don't have enough stitches on here. So I would knit my first stitch, and then I'm going to slip one. And when I slip one, I'm going to slip one purlwise, meaning I'm going to put my yarn in my needle as if I'm going to purl. Okay, and I'm going to drop the extra stitch. Okay, then I'm going to knit 4, 1, 2. Oh my gosh. So sorry, I'm supposed to be going in a different color. This is a really good example of all the mistakes that you can make. Okay, so I've slipped one and I've dropped that extra stitch. Now I'm going to knit 4. Here we go. I knew something seemed wrong. Knit 4 in my other color. 1, down, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna, here's my double yarn over, right? So I'm gonna slip it purlwise, pull it, and let that drop. Here's another one, put my needle in purlwise, pull it, and let that drop. Okay, knit 4. And you can tell that you have a double yarn over, that you're at that point, because look at it, it's not right. You've got 2 wraps coming out of there. So that's how you know. Now your first loop is your actual purl stitch. And you can tell because pull that, and you can see that this doesn't connect to anything. Okay, so you're gonna pull it, let it drop. Pull it, let it drop, and then knit 1, 3, 4, pull it, let it drop. And okay, this one's kind of backwards. Look at, I've got 2 on here. But here, see how this is the one coming out of my stitch below? So that's the one I want to put my needle in. I don't want to put it in here. That's connected to nothing. So I'm going in here like that, pulling it and letting it drop. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull it and let it drop, and then knit 1. Okay. Let's see if I can pause this.